Welcome to the Triple S Pod. Welcome to Suplexes, Scores, and Save Points. Hashtag.
The damn hell was that?
Hashtag SSS Pod. I was told to be quieter in my intro, so that's what I did. I am Ryan, being joined by Nathan and Sean. Sean will be joining us again for the video game podcast. This is Savepoints, our weekly video game podcast. Today, we've got a lot of news. We have got PlayStation 5 news. We've got Xbox Xcloud news. We got some Nintendo. We got some game releases. We got a bunch of stuff happening this week. Obviously, the top story of the week that just happened a few hours ago is the PlayStation 5 event that they just had. Nathan watched it, so I'm going to turn it over to Nathan to give us the rundown on the PS5 event.
All right, so basically it was a bunch of gameplay of games that were already announced, plus 2 games that had not been announced. I guess I'll go with the games that weren't announced earlier, and that is Final Fantasy 16 was announced. No gameplay, just cutscenes shown. And there was gameplay of the next one, and it was another Call of Duty, the next Black Ops game. I forgot what I really didn't pay attention to this one. I forgot what the name of it was. But there was gameplay of that. Yeah, they only showed the single player gameplay though, which is kind of weird.
They usually always do that. They keep like the multiplayer kind of hidden for a while.
Right. And then they showed gameplay of Ratchet and Clank. It looked badass. It showed a gameplay of Spider-Man Miles Morales. They showed gameplay of the new Resident Evil 8, The Village. That game looks scary as ball sack.
It's ball sack.
Scary as ball sack. Sorry, I forgot to do
Yeah,
this.
there we go. Got that PS5 logo.
Oh, there we go. Now it's good.
Now it's official. There was also gameplay of Demon Souls, which might be a day one release. I don't know. It's Demon Souls remastered or remake or whatever the fuck it's called. And
any relation
but then
to like Death Souls or whatever the hell the other game was?
No. There's a bunch of Demon Souls games.
I don't fucking pay attention.
And then the big thing was the biggest thing was they showed the price and the date, and the price of the PS5 for the disc version is $499. The price of the discless version, I said discless.
I thought you said dickless, and I was about to say what?
I know. The discless version is $399.
Wow, that's a low price.
And then the date is November 12th.
November 12th.
Did you find anything about pre-orders for the PS5?
Not
the date for that.
Not for the PS5. I did see them for the Xbox, but I have not seen any. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It says, according to the official PlayStation Twitter or game.co.uk, pre-order online today.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Better get on it, Nathan.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look. I found it. I'm going to the PlayStation website, so let me see.
I probably just missed my opportunity then.
Oh, you know.
Well, no PS5 for Nathan.
You make it sound like it's just like a one and done and you're never going to get one.
No, I just wanted it to day one, man.
So you just
I never had a console on day one, right?
According to the official PlayStation website, there is still not. You have to register. So it says there will be a limited quantity of PS5 consoles available for pre-order. So we will be inviting some of our existing consumers to be one of the first to pre-order.
We already talked about that. That's old news.
Pre-order reservations Did you do this? Did you fill out your PlayStation Online ID and stuff?
Well, no, because they're only going to pick a certain person. They don't care. They're just going to pick random people
Yeah,
or people that have been.
But if you don't put your name in there, you won't even have a chance.
I'm not pre-ordering off of there. I'm pre-ordering off of Walmart or Best Buy or something. I'm just waiting for the day that I can do it. It might be today.
I don't know.
And if it is, I'm screwed.
Yeah, pre-orders begin September 17th, so they do start tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I know what I'm doing on my lunch break. All right.
Okay, please don't pull on that.
I'll be right back.
Please stop.
What the hell just happened to this podcast?
Anyway, yeah, so it's saying pre-orders for the PS5 will begin tomorrow, but at select retailers, but it says they did not reveal what retailers, what time, or anything like that. So
That's stupid.
Hopefully
I think I'm going to go Walmart.
Hopefully Sony will put out some sort of information. I mean, Amazon has a PS5 placeholder page, so you might try that. But as far as they all have like info pages for like the pre-orders, but none of them have an official like actual pre-order thing yet. So we'll see.
So Sean, I got a question for Sean.
For me?
Even though you're not going to get a PlayStation, what game would you like to play the most on that for the PlayStation? Like the next.
Well, Ratchet and Clank looks good.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably.
Okay. That was my question.
And I don't really care for Resident Evil, so.
Oh, poo.
You're not a human.
What? I'm not a human?
Who doesn't like Resident Evil?
Plenty of people.
I mean, you get a point. But
that's like saying how many people don't like chicken. Everybody likes chicken, but not everybody likes chicken. That didn't make any sense. Whatever. I knew what I meant.
So that's the big news. So basically, PS5 and Xbox are going to be the same price, which we all kind of thought was going to happen. They had to do that.
Except for their lower rank. Except for the lower cost.
It is
because PlayStation. The reason PlayStation is $100 more is because it's the same power as the regular PlayStation. It just doesn't have the disc drive. Didn't know disc drives cost $100, but you know.
Apparently it does. Yeah. Which I mean that would be okay because I don't ever buy discs anyway. So.
Well, there you go.
But the Xbox, the lower version is.
You're gonna be one of those people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be the odd one out here.
So speaking of releases and stuff, the Xcloud is now officially live. Xcloud
What is that?
So Xcloud is basically being able to play Xbox games on your mobile device. Android mobile device. Sorry, Apple users, you are not allowed to do this yet. It is only for Android users. All you need is an Android device, an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, and a controller, and you can play Xbox games on your phone.
Or tablet.
Yeah.
So it is the cloud for video games on Android devices, is what I gathered.
It's basically so you can play. Currently, there's more than 150 games available to immediately jump onto, with more, including EA adding games later to come. So it's basically no extra costs as long as you're already paying for an Ultimate subscription. This is something you can do right now on your Android device. If you have one, that would be powerful enough. They are launching an Xcloud controller, which is hilarious to me because it looks like the SNES controller with just Joy-Cons on the bottom. Hold on. Can I share my screen? Let me see. Here, can you see this, guys?
Nope. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks like an Xbox. Yeah, I can see it.
See, that's the
Super Nintendo controller.
Yeah, so that is
knobs.
the Xcloud controller. It looks like an SNES controller with just Joy-Cons on the bottom.
Joy-Cons?
that what they're called?
You call
Toggle
it
sticks.
joysticks?
I don't know what joysticks, whatever, analog sticks, whatever. But yeah.
I call them knobs.
So the reason it does not work with Apple knobs.
Because Apple sucks.
The reason it doesn't, it said that Apple wants companies like Microsoft to individually submit their games as separate apps using its streaming tech, and Microsoft was like, "Yo, we ain't doing that shit." So they said they're not doing it.
Well, why would they?
Yeah, so they said
That's
that if
just
they're
going to make Apple more money, and that's going to cost them more money to even do anything.
so basically,
You know what
Apple,
that means?
what-
That means Stadia and Apple are going to be all, woo, we're buddy now.
Nah, Google and
Who
Apple
is-
don't get along. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Google
I was
and
going to say
Apple,
Stadia, you know.
but yeah, so
Don't Apple have their own gaming arcade thing, though?
yeah, I was gonna talk about that too. Yeah, they have their own.
Well,
But it's,
Apple has like their own everything, don't they?
yeah.
Yeah, they have Apple Arcade.
So
Hey,
basically,
Flappy Bird on that.
if you've got an Android device, here's what you need: a subscription to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. That is $15 per month. That's that service. It gives you, Game Pass plus Xbox Live Gold. You need to have an Android phone or tablet that's running Android 6.0 Marshmallow or later and has Bluetooth 4.0 or greater.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow. They
That's
used to
their
have jelly
operating
beans.
device. Yeah.
An ice cream cone.
Huh.
And then you'll need a compatible controller to connect to your phone or tablet over Bluetooth or USB.
Hey, we're talking about Xbox. Why was there a PlayStation symbol behind your head?
You know what, Nathan? That's a good point.
Oh, Nathan, do you
There.
know why? Do you know why they named their operating systems after desserts?
I don't know why.
Android's a treat.
No. Oh my gosh.
So they are working at some games being able to do touch screen.
There
Like,
we go.
they're working on that. So some games, like maybe not like the crazy games, but like Minecraft and like those kind of games, they're looking to maybe
They can make Minecraft touchscreen.
have buttons. So in the future, currently not, but
All right. What game releases are coming out this week?
well, this week. Okay, so we will start from today, which is the 16th, and we will go all the way up to the 23rd. Bear with me. There's gonna be a lot. So starting today, well, we'll start with yesterday because there was some yesterday as well. Starting on September
Okay, go ahead.
15th, there was Vaporum Lockdown for PC, Spelunky 2 for PS4, Laser Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry, Happy Ending Edition for Xbox One. That's the only reason I wanted to do yesterday's releases. Fight Crab for the Switch.
Minecraft?
Fight Crab.
Crab.
Yeah, Fight Crab.
What the hell?
BPM, Bullets Per Minute for the PC. Starting today, like September 16th, we got Active Neurons 2 for the Xbox One, Johnny Rocket for the Xbox One. Starting on September 17th, we've got Welcome to Elk for the PC, Farm Manager 2020 for the PC,
Yes.
XP Parasite for Mac and PS4, Dog Duty for PS4 and Switch,
You say your feet so hard, Ryan.
Vampires Fall Origins. I can't see what that's out on. So, Super Punch Patrol for the Switch, Morio Crystal H for the Switch, Nevia for the PC and the Switch, The Dungeon of Nahublik, The Amulet of Chaos for PC. September 18th, we've got The Blob's Fight for Xbox One. We got Gorsd, Gorsd for PC and PS4. September 18th, we've got WWE 2K Battlegrounds for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and all that. The Secret Order 8, The Return of the Buried Kingdom for PS4 and Switch. Tamiku for PS4 and Switch. Friday the 13th, Killer Puzzle for the Xbox One. Crisis Remastered for the PC and PS4. Harvest Moon Light of Hope for the Xbox One, Biped for the Xbox One, Commandos 2 HD Remaster for PS4, Xbox One, Geo Rifters for the Switch, Super 3D Mario All-Stars for the Switch on and then September 22nd, we got Pendragon for the PC, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw for PS4 and Switch, Tennis World Tour 2 for Xbox One, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim for PS4, and a couple more. Unrailed for PC and Switch, Castle Storm 2 for Xbox One, Little Big Workshop for the Xbox One, Tears of Avia for PC and Xbox One. And that's all I'm getting to. I'll do the rest next week.
All right.
I mean, that was a lot. We got a lot of games coming out here, and there's still a lot more coming the rest of this month. So
That's crazy.
yeah, it's time to get into that, I guess. But yeah, so we got some big games, including 2K Battlegrounds. Super Mario 3D All Stars obviously is the biggest one coming out this next week. Everyone's probably going to go out and get
on
that.
Friday.
It comes out the 18th, don't it?
It comes
Yeah.
out it comes out the 18th. Yeah,
Well, that's this week. That's
Yeah.
Friday.
that's 2 days from now. So we got a lot of games coming out here this week and next week. So excluding
Right.
Razor Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry Happy Ending Edition.
Oh my God. All right, so since we already talked a little bit about it, let's go ahead and get into this. Super Mario 3D All Stars. So it is apparently got leaked online,
Gotta love leaks.
and it got leaked online, and it shows that those games are running off of emulation,
Huh.
which means a couple of things. The first thing it means is Nintendo was lazy as fuck because everybody thought they were gonna build this up from ground up, redo all those games. Instead, they just used emulators.
Well, what cracks me up about them using emulators, is that they don't like other people using emulators for their games.
No, they bought all the emulators. They bought all the emulators so they could do it themselves. But there is one positive thing about this, though. Not for this game, but it's positive for other stuff. And that is that means they have a working N64 emulator on the Switch, a working GameCube emulator on the Switch, and a working Wii emulator on the Switch. So they might start bringing those to the Nintendo Online service, and that would be awesome.
Everyone's gonna be broke.
No, that's all free, man. Nintendo Online.
No, I'm just saying, like, all the games that are gonna, if they do that, and then all the games that come out, and everyone's like, I gotta have all the games. And
Yeah, but that's on the free service though. Just like
Is
the
it?
Super Nintendo. Yeah, just like the Super Nintendo and the NES ones. Yeah.
Okay, never mind, take it back.
Yeah, so that's a possibility. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, yeah. I found that out today, so I just figured I'd let you guys know.
Do you guys even like the 64? What's your favorite system out of those three? 64, GameCube, or the Wii?
GameCube.
Now, the one I played the most was the Wii. So I'll go with the Wii.
I didn't own it, but GameCube probably. Even though I list the controller as like one of my top 5 worst controllers, I enjoy the games better. Yeah. Oh, Sean, you weren't here for that. You weren't here for that. Me and Nathan did a top 5 best and worst controllers, and it was very yeah. It was. You would have hated that. I don't remember what the list was. I just remember. I had like the GameCube, the 64, the Gen.
Basically all the Nintendo controllers.
Pretty much. I had the NES. SNES is like the best, one of the best, and I had like the Wii up there. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I kind of. It was crazy.
Speaking of lists, didn't you have a topic for this week of underrated games?
Yeah, so I mentioned it last week on the show or the podcast that we were going to have. I just want to talk about some games that you thought were underrated throughout time. So we've got, hold on real quick though. Before that, the next Nintendo Switch online games include Donkey Kong Country 2.
Yeah.
So, so that is going to be added in sometime. I don't know when that's going to be. 9/23. So this month.
Next week.
Also, Mario Super Picross for the Nintendo. I don't
Super
know
what?
I don't know what Picross is, but
Pick cross? Like
Hey,
word?
can we pause for a second?
yeah. So Nathan also, as in Mario Super Picross or Picross, there's a game called the SNES beat 'em up, The Peacekeepers, and a game called Scat,
Yeah.
Special Cybernetic Attack Team. So they will all be
That's
available
on
on September 23rd. So that's 90 total games for the SNES and NES things on the Switch.
That's awesome.
So back to our list. Yeah, last week we talked about sequels we would like to see. This week I'd like to talk about games that you feel were underrated, that are really good, that you really enjoy, but didn't get like the public fanfare, or just not a lot of people heard about them and stuff like that. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have very many.
All right.
I'll let one of you go
Like
first.
Cancer, Dragoon, Rider, Dynasty, whatever.
I'm gonna try to do one for different systems. So you go first, Sean.
All right. You guys remember that One Piece game? That was like Mario Party, but
Yeah,
One Piece. I think it was fun. What's it called?
it was
Pirates
called,
Carnival.
yeah, I knew it was Carnival. I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah.
You guys would get mad and be like, "Look at you anymore."
I think ones for the PlayStation that were like kind of underrated were the Siphon Filter games. They kind of got overshadowed when Splinter Cell came out, but I thought the Siphon Filter, I don't know, I think it's Siphon Filter. I think those games really were like the start of that like spy kind of gadget games. And for the PlayStation, like I've been playing them here lately, and for the PlayStation, they're not bad, considering it's a PlayStation. So they were limited with what they could do. But yeah, those games for me, there was like 3 of them, and they were all like, I never hear anybody really talking about them now, and it feels like they kind of flew under the radar as far as being like in that genre of spy kind of shooty, stealthy games, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Those are really fun.
That was a long statement about Siphon Filter. I'm just
You know, I'm going to do a playthrough of Siphon Filter, I think. I love those games.
No, you're not.
Okay, Nathan, I'm going to do one for every console.
I didn't say every console. So for Atari,
I didn't say every console, but we're starting at the very beginning.
Actually, it was the Odyssey.
If you say Food Fight, I'm going to scream.
that's what I was going to say.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say Food Fight.
It was underrated. It was fun as fuck.
It was underrated. And I have the high score of all 3 of us, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. Just want to throw that out there.
Anyway, for the NES, no, I'm just playing. I ain't gonna do that. For Nintendo, I'd say the most underrated Nintendo game for me would be. I'm gonna go with on the N64.
Ooh.
Deal with me here. Bear with me. I'm gonna go with Xeno Warrior Princess.
You know,
The game actually.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and Nathan played that game, and we had the most fun I think I've had playing an N64 game in a long time. That game is a blast. The graphics are not bad at all, like compared to the era of N64 games.
And it's a fighting game that you can bounce off of walls. You can walk around your opponents, and
It's kind of like
you can have 2-on-2.
Yeah, it's like 3D.
The controls are kind of weird though. Trying to do special stuff.
It's the only fighting game that I've seen where you can have 4 people fighting each other, like in a battle royale type fight.
Yeah, like a Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is crazy. If you've never seen that game, and you have an N64, or I'm not going to say to do emulators, but that is a thing. I'm not going to say you should do
Why
that.
not? Nintendo does.
But yeah, Nintendo's apparently doing it. So check that game out, or just look up videos on it because that game's great. Another one for the SNES would be Aero the Acrobat. I think no one gave that game a lot of credit, and that game is fun. It's hard. That game is one of the hardest games. That and Speedy Gonzales are two of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. But
See, what'd you say that one day you never got past level 2?
Speedy Gonzales, yeah, it was like level 2 or 3, something like that.
That's level 5.
Yeah.
Don't eat it. I got a game, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, for the PlayStation 2 and Wii.
A lot of people didn't like that game.
Yeah, a lot of people
Liked
did.
it. Well, I guess I'm bad.
That makes it underrated. I mean, that for sure makes it underrated. I mean, if no one liked it.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
It made me mad.
As long as you liked it, that's all that matters. We all have a different taste in games.
On the PlayStation 1, Dark Stone.
Dark Stone.
I knew you were going to bring that up. I knew it. I was ready.
It's a knockoff of Diablo. But I think the fighting's better than Diablo. I think it's easier to get a hold of than Diablo. It's easier to comprehend what you're doing. And I don't know. I really liked it. And I wish they would have made a sequel for the PS2 or something.
Do you wish they made a sequel to that one game that you had that was really unfinished? I don't remember what it was. It was like Fable.
That one game.
It was like Fable.
What system?
I think it was 360.
Oh yeah.
What was that game called?
There was a sequel to that game.
Oh, there was.
I have them both. That's Two Worlds. Two Worlds 1, Two Worlds 2.
Oh,
And neither one of them are finished games.
Maybe that should be our next list. The worst games we've ever played.
Yeah, I bought the second one. Thinking they fixed the stuff from the first one, but no, it's more glitchier than the first one.
I tell you a game.
Didn't you say you bought that game day one for $60, and the next day everyone was taking it back, and it was only worth 99 cents?
What game is that?
Two Worlds.
Oh yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
A whole shelf of just Two Worlds because people were so upset about it.
It would have been an awesome game. It was the first open world game to use a horse, which was cool. Granted, when you're riding, you only had half a horse, but it was still cool.
What was that game? I kind of think of the game that I played that it was really terrible, but I beat the entire game. It was a vampire game for the 360.
Vampire Rain.
What?
Vampire Rain.
Was that it? I
Yeah.
think that might be it. That game sucked, but I liked it.
Yes, it was really bad.
Was it underrated?
I mean, I liked it. You know what? One feature. It's a stupid feature, and it is the dumbest thing that I liked about this game. It is so dumb. They had the ability to use turn signals, and I loved the hell out of that. I don't know why, but that was my favorite feature in that game. Is you could have the ability to turn on your turn signal when you were driving around.
Oh my god!
I don't know
This
why.
ship is this portion of the podcast is going off the rails.
Anyway, one more thing. Nintendo is doing a Nintendo Direct mini showcase tomorrow on September 17th at 10 a.m. They had it in British Standard Time, and I had to convert that down to our time. 10 a.m. Eastern. They're doing a partner showcase, so it'll be. I'm not sure what exactly they're just showing their partner games and stuff. So exclusive Nintendo titles. So obviously we'll talk about that next week. No one really knows for sure what could be coming. There's not really any, what they could be showing other than what they've already shown. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know what else they can show other than what they've already been showing here lately. But
I don't know. We'll see. They still don't have a December game yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's focused on partner games, so it could be literally anything. I mean, who knows what kind of They could have some like dark hole. Wait, that's not what I meant. Not dark hole. It's not what I meant. They could have some like dark horse game that they're like holding off on that everyone's excited for that no one knows about yet. So.
Yeah.
Have you guys played Among Us?
Yes.
Yes, Ryan.
Yeah.
No.
Try it.
Maybe.
Try it.
You just go find it and try it.
Are you like a fucking Magic 8-Ball now? Did you try Among Us? No. Try
Ask
again.
again
Did you
later.
try Among Us?
Ask again.
Maybe.
Ask again later.
Yeah.
There is a game coming out this month that I really, really, really would love to play, but I can't because it's only on PC. And that is what?
Well, no, I'm just
fine
saying.
with
I'm excited. What is it?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Ooh, Baldur's Gate.
And it's only on PC, and that makes me so sad.
Right.
Hey, so last week I was talking about how I wish they'd make a new Splinter Cell game. They are. For
Really?
VR.
Congratulations. You went what?
For VR only. For Oculus. They're gonna do a new Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed game, but exclusively for VR. I am going to just completely lose my mind. Like, they teased me because I was like, "Oh, new Splinter Cell," and then it was literally for VR, and I about, oh, fucking Ubisoft, what are you doing?
They don't know what they're doing.
They
haven't made a new. They haven't made a new Prince of Persia game in fucking 20 years.
But
is that an underrated game?
Prince of Persia is really good. The Sands of Time might be one of my. That game's great. But
Never played it.
freaking Ubisoft's like, hey, here you go. We're gonna send Sam Fisher into Rainbow Six. We're just gonna put him in Siege, but we're not gonna give you a new game or anything. And then they come out and they're like, oh yeah, here's a new game, but it's exclusively for VR. Fuck you, Ubisoft. God. Anyway, I'm gonna.
I never got to play Sands of Time.
It's a really good game.
I have. You have to come over and play it sometime.
I might. Didn't you?
Well,
one of you had it. I think it was Brian.
We both
I have
had
it on
it.
the original Xbox.
Well, I remember I saw you playing it, and I said, dude, can I try? I was like 10, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
You said, no, this game, you're not old enough to play it. No,
It's a very complicated game, Sean. You would have killed me.
I'm 16, and I can do what I want. That was Ryan at the time.
I like how you got the ages right. That was good. Good quick math on your part there.
Yeah, we're 6 years apart.
Yeah, good quick math because that would have took me probably about 20 minutes to figure out the time there. I'm not good with ages and
What do you
math.
need, like a fucking abacus? Switch over to the. Let's see, you were born in 95, and I was born in 89. 6 years.
Anyway.
Any other topics you got?
I think we kind of ran through all my topics I had. Let me see real quick. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had. Unless you guys can think of anything else that you want to talk about real quick. I don't know how long we've been going, so I can't really.
I mean,
What do you think the future of gaming consoles is?
VR 100%.
Do you
No.
think do you think gaming is going to die?
No,
Is this the
gaming.
last generation?
No, gaming
Well-
is the biggest selling thing in the world.
wait. I got something
Oh boy,
That's-
here we go.
that we were going to talk about. We forgot.
Where are we?
Speaking of what Sean just said, do I think gaming will die? It might if they keep being bitches and having everything so freaking expensive.
Oh, yeah, this is the one thing Nathan wanted to bitch about. Yes, okay.
So not only are these consoles going to be $499, so they're $500. The games are probably all going to be about $70. So the memory on these things, you're only getting 1 terabyte on your consoles. These new games are probably going to be a minimum of 100 gigs for each game.
So that's like 10 games.
Yeah, you get maybe 10 games on this fucking thing. All right, so you're going to have expanded storage. Well, since these systems are going to be running off of SSDs, how you'd buy like a external hard drive with a USB drive, plug it in there, get 4 terabytes, yeah. Well, not anymore, because these games can only run off of SSDs. So the USB ones won't work. So you have to buy an SSD expanded storage to play the games off of it. Those are going to be over $200. So it's going to be like $700 to play more than 10 games on your new system. That's insane. These parents are going to buy this and go, what the F? The parents could get pissed, man. We might have some. I mean, if anything's going to kill gaming, it's going to be the prices.
Yeah.
Video game crash of whatever year that was.
There is a cheaper way around this, but it's a pain in the ass. You can buy a USB storage device with 4 terabytes, 2 terabytes, whatever. You can store the games on it, but then if you want to play them, you have to take them from that storage device, move them over to your other one. So basically, you have to pick like the 10 games that you want to play that month, and then after that month, you move everything around. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous.
I mean, if you look at like Red Dead Redemption 2, right? That was like 100 gigabyte like game, like more than that. That's insanity. That is insanity.
Well,
and you
Call of Duty, the newest Call of Duty is 120 gigs.
Yeah, that's insanity. So each
Plus
game's
updates.
going to be a minimum of 100. Yeah, each game's going to be minimum of 100, if not 200, 300 gigabyte.
Yeah. But yeah, you got all the updates that they're going to do every week and month, and those are always like a gig.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Plus, John, if you have Game Pass, you're going to have all these games right off the bat that you can download. Well, you're going to fill those up in one day. Huh?
Can't fucking play them, or you go room.
Well, and you know what I mean, though.
I don't.
These kids will fill up their hard drives in a day, and then the parents are going to be like, what the hell? I just bought that thing.
Yeah, they're going to have to come up with something. That's that. I don't know.
They buy this terabyte hard drive or you die.
You're going to have to buy like 4 1 terabyte memory cards, and so you can have 40 games. Is it like how you're going to have to do it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's going to get to the point where the next-gen gaming is only going to be for adults and teenagers that have their own jobs and money. Because these little kids, all they're going to get is the Switch, because their parents aren't going to buy a $500 console with $70 games and then buy a $200 memory card after they fill up their console in one day.
You're talking me out of buying anything. I don't want to do that. I'll just stick to my Switch.
I'm going to be honest. I don't want to do that either. And I have my own job and my own money, and
I'll be fine.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, man. That's what we're heading towards.
That is true.
Not all of us want to be hardcore PC gamers where we spend $1,000 a month on gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and that's where it's going. Like, they want it. Basically, consoles are these are basically mini computers at this point, and that's what you do with like a gaming PC. Is you get a bunch of memory cards in there and stack them up so you can have all this RAM and memory. Essentially, that's what you're gonna have to do with these. Is you're gonna have to have like 4 or 5 memory cards and write on there, okay, this is my sports games and these are these games, and then just switch them out when you. I can't do that. There's no way. I mean,
no, basically, it's going to get to the point where, okay, what 10 games do I want for my console? And that's the only 10 games I'll ever buy for the damn thing.
I mean, if we're looking at, because let's be honest, most parts of the country, internet is not where it should be as far as speeds. So yes, if you live in a big city and you're getting, 1 terabyte of data or whatever the hell they're offering now, and you can do that upload speed, download speeds of whatever. Yeah, you could buy all these games and just re-download them when you want to play them. But for us living in, the middle of bumfuck Egypt where our speeds are so low, we couldn't do that. It takes me like 2 weeks to download a game. I couldn't sit there and just keep doing that. I mean,
What game was that?
huh?
What game was it that took you like? It's basically all of them. I don't remember what game it was. Like I asked you because you downloaded it Monday, started, and I think I called you like on a Saturday and said, "Hey man, did you get to play your game yet?" You're like, "No, it's 43%."
I don't remember. It was one of these dumbass games. They all take forever. Every game I've downloaded takes at least 3 to 4 days. And for those of us that live with that, we can't sit there and be like, okay, well, I don't want to play this game, so I'm going to delete it from my console, delete it and then just download it again if I want to play it again. I can't do that. I have to keep every game I got because if I ever want to play it again, it's going to take me another 2 weeks to get it. So until our internet speeds increase, I don't know. I might have to be sticking away from these next gen shit because I'm not going to have the capability of doing this. But yeah, Nathan got paused. So Nathan is muted. So I think unless Nathan comes back here, I think this is going to end the podcast. This was a fun little. This was a fun little podcast here. We had some fun and we had some good discussions and we bitched and we moaned and we cried and all that fun stuff. We've got some technical difficulties right on cue. Speaking about internet, and then everything goes to shit. So it was like they heard me. Like as soon as I start talking about internet speeds, Nathan drops, everything goes down. It's just great. So since Nathan's gone, I'm just gonna have to do this. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening and watching, and however you listen, we appreciate your listens. We appreciate your views. We appreciate you, taking time out of your day. You could listen to any podcast, and you chose this one. We appreciate you. This one was a little crazy and out there, but we did it. We got through it. As always, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at SabryENT. That is SABRYENT. I think Nathan's is not still not back. Okay. So follow me on at SabryENT. I post. Oh, there you are. You kind of froze for a while, and I was going to end the podcast because you disappeared on me.
Wifely duties. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I think we're pretty much done with this. So, like I'll say, follow me on all the socials. I try to update stuff regularly, but you know how that goes. As far as that, that's all I've got. And so we're going to end this thing on a high note here. We're going to end this thing. I don't know how to end these ever. So
I know you always take forever.
Yep, that's how I do it. That's how I do it all the time. So let me get to the key ending here. For Nathan and Sean, I am Ryan. And as always, score if you can, save if you must, but always suplex when necessary.
And wear your mask.
And wash your hands. Me and Sean